class 6, the previous video from chapter 5 machines, it got disrupted due to some technical glitch. So I was explaining the second type of pulley which is in your book. Now in the previous one, what have you seen? The axis of rotation was fixed, isn't it? It was not moving up and down, right? In this case, and what have we seen in that? We have seen that one end of the rope, it's tied, it's left free. Another end is tied to the load, and the pulley itself is attached with the help of a hook to some fixed support. In this case, what do? In this type of thing, we have the pulley, we have the rope tied along, it's wound along it, along the grooved rim, it's wound, the rope is wound, right? One end of the rope is attached with the help of a rigid support. Now I don't have a rigid support at home, I'm very sorry. So I just use this just for illustration purpose, okay? So that you can understand. So it's basically attached to some fixed support. Rigid means a firm support. And another end of the rope is left free. Why is it left free? For us to apply effort, for us to apply force. And the load is attached to this side of the pulley with the help of a hook. Now just see, if I apply effort, see, it's moving up. So see, in this case the axis of rotation is not fixed, it's moving up and down, isn't it? It's movable. So if I have a load attached to it, suppose I have a load attached with the help of a hook. See the second diagram of the pulley. I'll just tell you which one. See this one. See the second diagram, this one. See, if I have a load attached to this end with the help of a hook, a load attachment is an obstacle, any object which I want to move up, any heavy object. So, now just see, so if the load is attached here, I am applying effort, that means I am applying force in the upward direction, moving up. I am not, see, right? So, basically, therefore, in this type of pulley, the axis of rotation was not fixed, it was movable. So we call it single movable pulley. Why single? Because we have used only one circular disc, one arrangement of the pulley. Alright? So you have to just learn the basic thing about what is a single pulley. What is a single movable pulley? What is a single fixed pulley? In the previous one, it was a single fixed pulley because the axis of rotation was fixed. Right? Now just notice this thing. In the previous one, so just see, when we are drawing water with the help of a bucket from a well, we actually pull the rope this side, you know this, you have seen many times in movies also, and the bucket filled with water moves up. So, this is just an example I wanted to give to you, where the machine is used to change the direction of application of effort. This is moving up, isn't it? This is moving up. This is why are pulleys used basically? Pulleys are used to lift heavy objects easily, which is not easy with the help of bare hands, but with the help of pulley. Just take the example of drawing water from the well. Okay, so if I have to draw the water bucket from the well, if I have to lift it like this, it will be very heavier, it will be very difficult. Instead, we we invented a method so that, this is very easy to do. This we have, see such innovative minds we have got. So we have invented a way so that we can apply the force, we can apply effort. Effort is the force which we are applying on the machine in this direction, but see, the load is moving up. So it's just an example where machine can be used to change the direction of the effort. That means, we can give the effort in such a direction which suits our convenience, which is, convenient for us. We want to lift the bucket upwards, but we are actually applying effort in the downward direction, which is actually easier for us to do. We always try to find a way to do the works in shortcuts, right? So that is why we have invented machines. So this is an example where machine can be used to change the direction of application of effort, so that we can apply effort in the direction which we want. What is another use of a machine? The very first thing which comes to your mind, what can be the very first use of machine which you can think about? That is, say when you are trying to open a cap of a bottle with the help of a bottle opener. We want that we will apply less force, we won't have to apply much effort, and the work will be done, right? So bottle opener, for example, helps us in that way. Because if you want to move, if you want to open it with the help of a hand, we need to apply lot of force, lot of effort we need. So machines, there are some machines which actually help us to, apply less force but get more, effective result. So basically, even if we are applying less amount of effort, it's actually helping us to do more amount of overcome more amount of load or obstacle. So I don't want to introduce to you the terms like force multiplier, speed multiplier, because those things we will do it in the higher classes. Class 10 you have machines chapter. So just know the basics. I just want to inculcate in you the basic concepts of machines. Why do we use machines? Then different types of machines, all those things. Just the basic brief concepts about everything. The difficult terms I'm not giving you in this class, okay? So what I will do, I will underline from the book this chapter 5 machines, and underline the portions which you will have to study. You can just learn those portions. For the time being, don't start the question answers or objectives. Whatever I'll give you, do those and go through the video lessons. Okay, just try to understand the basic concepts, which is more important. And don't have to worry, I will send in the group the underlined portions from this chapter. Those portions only you study. Okay, and understand the portions which I have taught you in the 2 video lessons.